welcome to United View and welcome to another Flexing KG show from a different point of view, from a crisis viewpoint. Because that's where we are. Before we start our podcast today,
Yeah.
First of all, big up to you guys. Smash
Big up
a like on
everyone
the
at
video.
home.
Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you are listening on the podcast platforms as well, share it up if it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google. So check it out on there so you can listen to us. Also, before we get into the show properly, we are doing a Flexing KG show extra. Just like the full view on playback, there's going to be an extra Flexing KG show. That's going to be straight after this, okay? In an hour's time, at 8 o'clock, we will be live on playback to extend this, and you guys can call in as well and have your say.
Talk to us.
So talk to us.
I love that.
Yeah, because me and KG are about to get into this.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, when I start the show properly, we got to lay down some stuff before we even get going. We're going to make some oaths and stuff. Like, it's going to be
some
serious.
ground rules. No, there's some ground rules.
But do like the video, do subscribe to the channel, and remember, download playback. Just get yourself an account. It's free to do. The link is in the video description below, and it's pinned in the chat as well. So get involved in that. Just download it. A lot of you guys were there from the Full View Extra as well. But if you haven't done it and you want to get involved, remember you can call in and be part of the Flexing KG show.
Yeah, because people wanted to be a part of it. So
exactly. We just wanted to get used to it in a Full View Extra, see how it works. Now we know that. You guys can get involved. So please do download that. Link is in the video description below. And like I said, it's pinned in the chat. Right.
Ground rules.
The ground rules of this.
Yeah.
Do you swear, and I swear, that we will be 100% truthful?
Yeah.
Forget memes, forget getting clips.
Forget about... No, but again, you have to respect mixed emotions.
100%.
There you go, fine.
And we just need to lay it down now about where we're at.
Yeah.
This is serious, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Where are you at, Flex? I'll start with you.
I mean...
you're more solid in your feelings.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I said it in my Flex's View earlier this morning. I said it...
I haven't heard that yet.
Okay, even before yesterday. I said it yesterday's game. Before that, like I'm empty, and I can see that Eric won't turn this around, in my opinion, and that it's over. I think Man United should move on from it all. It's not just his fault. There's players obviously that needs to go, but I'm now fed up. I've now got myself to a point where I'm fed up of like just excuses and the reasons why this and there's too much overwhelming evidence for me and my liking and my understanding of the game. There's too much evidence from around football and how I know the game to just be like, but look how hard it is he didn't have his players. It just doesn't wash with me, unfortunately. And some of the analysis that's been done on us has been spot on from Jamie Carragher. Some people are, too tribal to hear it. That's fine. If you don't want to hear it, I'm willing to listen to anything that's constructive as to why my team's crap. I don't care. Yeah. There's a time and a place to do the Liverpool thing. I've been doing it all year, laughing, where's your quadruple? I've been shameless of AGT. I've been there, done it. I'm ready to be, like, I'm not that guy who won't enjoy my team and big up my team's chest. Like, I will do it. I'm cooking Abbey and Spurs, and like, I've done it to Matisse all year, and ironically now he's now above us. But like, I'm there. I'm right there in terms of like, you don't support Man United. No, I'm there. But I'm also at the point where I love this club so much that like, I'm at a threshold now where I've got to my own personal point where I'm going, okay, I'm not accepting lower than this. I support Man United, the institution. And it's been broken for many years. I believe it will change. And I'm okay with understanding that I thought this would be a good regime and a good like marriage, and it hasn't worked. I'm at peace with that, and I want to look to how we fix that and be patient in that. And wait, I understand that, but the patience for me now, the definition of patience for me personally now isn't giving this more time because it will be okay. The definition of patience for me, where I've already pivoted to, is whatever the next situation is, we need to give it time. We need to strip out the players, of course. The manager needs time. The structure, all of that. Have to give it patience. But the same thing I'll still apply. If I don't see something within a year or 18 months from that manager, yes.
Sack him again.
It like I don't. this thing of like, we don't want to do the merry-go-round, that's true. But also, I don't think it's bad to be like, you must show me something, manager.
Yeah.
You don't just get to come to, we're saying we're the biggest club in the world. We're saying we're this prestigious. We're saying, you know what I mean, by name and stuff and by where we want to get to, we want to keep them, you know what I mean?
Ego,
and we should like aspire to be it again, because by not aspiring to be it, that's saying it's okay, just wait. So because I still hold those values and believe we can get back there, don't know whether it's in 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever. I don't believe in this notion that it's okay to just accept. I'm not cool with it. I will take longer to get to that point than others. Some people might say, finally. Some people sitting there, some of you sitting there going, this is the problem with you, Flex. You said it, gonna give him 3 years. I've seen new evidence. I've seen, like, I'm allowed to do that. And I think there's this thing, another thing I want to say as well, if I hand over to you. I don't get this, like, if you think something and you allow it to transpire and you see new evidence in that thing, in said thing, why can't you change your mind?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It really annoys me that, like, the same people that said they were going to give him 3 years, I didn't envisage that we'd be keeping company with Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton.
Yeah.
I didn't envisage that we'd be breaking records that I never thought I'd see. I didn't envisage that we'll get run through every single game. I didn't envisage that the players would look this clueless under this. I didn't envisage that. Now I've seen it. I'm allowed to change my mind. And for me, I think what really scares me now, and this is me being unequivocally honest, what scares me from what I've seen now is the fact that some people, and it's opinion, so I'm not like, you're an idiot if you think that. It's just how my brain is now, was my opinion. Like, how people think that it's going to turn around by just going, give it time. To me, I think that's more alarming than going, this needs to change. That's where I'm at.
All right. So I had a good drive yesterday, trying to just assess everything, man. And I was like, well, where's the positives? Season 1, turned Man United, brought the standards back, turned Man United into a fortress, didn't lose a home game, solid back four, things were good. But we couldn't win away from home. That was our biggest.
And it was terrible. It wasn't just couldn't win, getting licked.
Yeah, couldn't win away from home. But that was the last season, and we did well, got climbed up the table. This season, can't keep anyone fit, making mistake after mistake. But then where it gets interesting and because I'll say I'm in a place of doubt, really. Like, that's where I want to see him.
Doubt
and I'm
what?
Just doubting Ten Hag.
Okay.
Doubting, can I trust you for this full rebuild? You know, as you said, new information, this, that, and the other. But I'm looking at things and I'm like, okay, you've put a team, you got Mason Mount, Kobe Mainoo, and all these players, and it's like, you know, it's not, they're good technical players, so I'm not cussing these players individually at all, but when you do talk about a system, well, the system that you're playing them in is you're not going to get the best. You can't create a midfield like this. We've lost to, every time we go and battle a team, we never won the midfield battle. I've never seen us win the midfield battle. We can bypass the midfield and play into the strikers and do our thing like that. But then when it comes to, and that's rare. I mean, sorry, not play into the strikers, play wide and run down the wing, get a shot off, cut in and this, that, and the other. But there's some questionable things. I saw the thing that you showed me, I saw the Carragher breakdown, right? And there's two places, because yesterday I heard Ten Hag say, well, these guys are not listening to, they didn't follow instruction and stuff. And then so my issue there is, well, I know they haven't followed other instructions as well. So then who's going to be the person that they follow instruction and listen to? Because like, why say call for 18 months, do this again? I don't want to do this again in 18 months. But now we're changing. If we're changing the ethos of the club, where we're saying, you know what, this club plays this way, yeah? If you say this club plays this way and we'll look for managers that can play the system, then you can change, you can chop and change all you want, really. But
that's what INEOS are saying.
That's what the INEOS want to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then you have players that, you know what I mean? But my thing is, the scariest part is, I wish he tries something different. Like, I felt bad for Amrabat yesterday, because you see Casemiro struggling, take Casemiro out of his nightmare, move him into even though he's like bad anywhere now, but I'll move him forward and put Amrabat as a centre back. I would have tried that. All the kids, no kid can play bad as what we just saw just now. But if you want to say you don't want to put the kids in, play Amrabat there and then let him shield. You played everyone out of position. Why are we choosing today to not do it? Amrabat's plays as a left. He had a worse chance at left back over there before against these trickery players. I won't play him there. So my thing is, why are you sticking with things that we know don't work? And against Arsenal, we're going to play the same team. Won't that be more alarming?
Well,
because that says to you that
he can if there's no one else back fit. Yeah.
No, but change that doesn't work. As in, you can't do like.
Yeah,
don't
but how much
play
better
this.
would we be if we put Amrabat and Johnny Evans?
No, I'm not saying
still
Amrabat.
get spun free.
I'm saying change the shape.
Oh, yeah.
As in,
Yeah.
change it. Like, don't do the same thing. That's my biggest thing. Is
something.
where I'm saying the doubt here is change it altogether. Like in this one particular game or any game, as the game's getting onto we shouldn't be able to say we're not going to win another game this season. We shouldn't be able to say that. I mean it. But we honestly feel like that. And this is not even doing fan just reactionary stuff.
This is what I'm saying. Exactly.
This is not reactionary. This is really, are we going to win another game? And what game is it coming in? If we play the way you played against Crystal Palace, because we were the underdogs against Crystal Palace, bro. So who's
Everybody predicted Man United would lose that game.
Next game, we should never be the underdogs with Crystal Palace, by the way.
No.
Who's the next game? Arsenal. We are beyond underdogs.
Yeah.
Super underdogs. Newcastle. Crazy underdogs with Isak and them man there.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? So my thing
Brighton
is,
away.
Last
game of the
again,
season.
and this is when I say, when I'm saying
Licks.
when I
Man
tell
City.
you beyond, when I talk you about side eye, like, because I know there's people that are just disappointed. They say, "Rah, choose, make a decision." But my thing is, I get this. I'm thinking about the mitigating circumstances. I'm thinking about the players that don't listen. I'm thinking about we've been here a million times. I'm thinking about all of those things. Is why I'm like, you know what? Maybe if he had, there's a question. If he had Martinez, if he had these players, would it have been different?
We're getting licks last year, man. Even with that.
But we still did have a better home record. We still made it a fortress.
But we couldn't win away.
I know, but you said to go on another, as in you can't. We
said we were getting by. Even in the games we win, we still said we were getting by.
What you can't do, because we can't leave. Like what you're doing now is the flip side of not assessing the other stuff. Right. So you have to look at the other stuff. So why, even though you're angry, you have to say to yourself, well, players not getting adequate rest, players being run into the mud, they're not going to be able to do what they need to do. Rasmus, unfortunately, now he's getting judged really, really harshly. He's had no rest. He's come to Man United as a youngster. You need to pull a player out. Bruno needs to be pulled out. These players, just for rhythm. You're telling me these guys are playing all the games. Kobe needs to be pulled out. You need a squad. There's a reason why Sir Alex, any manager worth his salt, pulls players out at the right time. Man United have relied on one steady squad with one striker, one winger. Like, it's been ridiculous. Now, another mistake, before I pass the floor back over to you, is the Anthony. I must make Anthony work. You can't, you're being so stubborn, yeah, with Anthony. Now we're asking, right, really, is Anthony doing anything different from what Ahmad's doing? And we had this Anthony saga under the Sancho thing. This is what I'm saying. And they're walking off doing this fucking, excuse my language, right? They're taking a piss. They're taking a piss. Bro, so these are all the reasons why. But I say we can't, I just hope you see the other side. So not just say, well, they don't listen, this, that, and the other.
No,
because
I do.
If you do have a team to rotate, you can get a bit more from the players.
I do see the other side, and you know, I don't make this decision faint-heartedly or easily. It's taken me to 3 games left of the season to actually get here, where I'm like, okay, I don't see there's any way back. Mm-hmm. I've said many times, if Eric Ten Hag does turn this around, it'll be one of the greatest turnarounds we've ever seen. There were reports earlier today that we did see online, and that was that Manchester United aren't planning to decide Eric Ten Hag's future before the FA Cup final.
Good.
I think that was...
That'd be out of order. You can't get rid of him before.
No.
That's out of order.
Who said that? Let me just grab that quickly. It was... Yeah, Matt Law from the Times. From the Telegraph. And he says that a number of Man United players feel that Eric Ten Hag's fate is effectively sealed. The players always do that.
Just taking a piss.
But Man United have no plans to sack him before the FA Cup final. His future is far from certain. insiders insist that the final decision on his future will not be taken until the end of the season after the FA Cup final. So whichever way you look at it, I think we understand that, you know.
It's really, they've rolled out the same news again, really.
It's going to happen. But I think there's one thing sort of saying like, we're scared to be in this position again, don't want to be here in 18 months. I don't want to be either. I 100% agree with you that. Do not want to be. But you have to look at the here and now. You have to look at what's going on right now. Business is business. I think what people are forgetting, that the biggest thing that I've seen is the pivot to the players, which I agree the players have been a huge part of this. A lot of them need to go. Like Jamie Carragher said, look at Casemiro. I mean, wow. Needs to go MLS or Saudi. Like literally can't play at this level.
Let's go this season though.
Exactly, right? But people are acting like when you're a manager of any establishment, group of people, business, company, right? When you're the manager, right? One of your traits that you're supposed to have in your tick box column is, can you galvanize people? Can you get people to buy into you? Can you get people to follow you? Can you get people to carry out your instructions? If that's a cross, you're not doing your job. So as soon as we say, but the players ain't listening to him, well then that's not good then, is it? But he hasn't told him to run there, so why does he keep running there all the time? Why does he keep playing all the time? Why is he not being taken out? Or your methods aren't working. You need to find a different way to communicate. It's not working. Then the pushback is, but these players are all rubbish, though. So obviously, you know, well, hang on a minute. There's only the old guard of the ones who got all the other managers sacked is Luke Shaw, he didn't play. Is Harry Maguire, he didn't play. Is Bruno Fernandes, he didn't play. Is Rashford, he didn't play. Is Fred, he's not here anymore. Is McTominay, he didn't play. There's 6 of the real starting man who was the Jose, the Oli. Lindelof, he's injured. I can go on. Wan-Bissaka, all right, he's playing left back. No one's saying it's all Wan-Bissaka's fault.
Doing a horrible job.
Doing a horrible job. I give him that. That's one. But I've just named 7 or 8 players who we go, them players always get managers sacked. So let's get to the new players who are playing there. Rasmus Højlund, he's new.
Brand new.
I'm just saying, so this is my point.
Yeah.
So he's not getting the manager sacked, he's just new.
Yeah.
Garnacho, young kid, just come into it.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu, getting hung out to dry. Kid.
Anthony.
All
the 3 kids.
All the 3 kids, leave them.
Leave them
Anthony, you've brought him in for 80 million on your watch.
That's a mistake.
Ericsson, you brought him in on a free.
Yeah.
He was good last year.
It's a
He's not good now.
the times though that Man United had to
Absolutely.
go to the free market and bring it.
What I'm saying. I'm not
Carry
saying.
on,
Yeah.
Carry on.
Right back Dallo. Okay, he's been there since Joe said that's fine. Casemiro and Johnny Evans ain't meant to be playing centre half.
Johnny Evans is
Johnny Evans
the era,
just
but
glazing
now
on
again, yeah.
Yeah. And Onana is your guy. Mason Mount is your guy as well.
There's 3 signings that you can put on him and say,
right, when you look at it, but I'm not even talking about the signings he's made. I'm talking about this rhetoric that it's the same players who always get the manager sacked. No, they've just listed loads of new players. So
but
it isn't that, is it?
But then this is the problem.
It's not the same players.
No, but then there's so much like I think this club there's a problem with the club.
We know that.
No, but I'm saying so. There's
Absolutely. And the club's changing for it.
Come here and they go like that, but it's not. And this is not just because of him.
Yeah.
I'm saying that at this club,
Man United's broken.
that is what the problem. So when you talk
but
about
I feel we're confused. I feel we're doing this though.
Yeah, no, but
we can separate it out.
No, but you just can't. It's not as simple as that because there's
I think it is when you play this badly.
I get no. He doesn't get to get away from. He's under big. Your job. You're the manager. Get results.
In the football business,
you get results.
You lose your job
you
for
get
doing
results. Because if I compare myself to any other teams, the top pro elite sides, they're not standing for this.
And bro, look at Oliver Glasner's been at Crystal Palace a couple of months after Roy Hodgson stunk. Look at that. It's a prime. This is what I'm saying about there's too much examples around us, right? Crystal Palace dead. Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Dead. This guy's come in. He's gone right. I'll tell you what. Let's get organised here. I ain't got my players, by the way.
Well, we have to give man. We haven't got enough data.
Well,
we haven't got enough data.
They're playing against the Man United.
I'm just saying his data. I'm saying as in.
No, but we can still see.
He's doing a great. No, I'm saying he's doing a great job. I don't want to do. I don't want to big Angie and be like.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you can You can see something.
He's doing a great job.
I can see an identity. Nathaniel Klein shouldn't be playing football no more. So how is he doing that then?
Clear.
How? Mateta couldn't hit a barn door. Laughed at, one of the biggest donkeys in the league. No disrespect, but let's just be real with what's going on.
Yeah.
How is he finding space and doing all this now? How? Will Hughes, bro.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a kick at Watford.
Brilliant.
Like how? Explain to me how.
Yeah, there was.
Unai Emery, when he takes over the dead under the same most of the same players they did in relegation. Eddie Howe, he took over the man in relegation. Yes, they bought players and stuff, but this is what I'm saying. When they didn't have no players this year, I was watching Newcastle intently because it was around when everyone had the same kind of injuries. And Newcastle got lick shots. They came Old Trafford and won 3-0 with Dummett, fam. Paul Dummett, Emil Kraft.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
they played the other day. I can't remember the team they played. Was it Sheffield United? Or whoever it was they dealt with. Burnley, I think it was. We struggled with both.
Yeah.
With Burnley, with only 3 of their main men starting.
Yeah.
So how is it? How is that right then?
Yeah.
So
no,
why?
But I think honestly, I just like I get it, and football is a results business, and Ten Hag is not getting the results at the moment.
And that's the be-all, and that's the full stop.
That's a full stop.
Yeah.
But my thing is that so much at this club has to change, bro, because there's something different about playing under these lights. There's something different about wearing this Man United shirt, and it's mentality and attitude. You can get away. Some other clubs, you can get away with it, bro. You can get away with like if it's not your day, it's fine. At Man United, do you know what happened in that game near the 60th minute? 67th minute, nobody wanted the ball flex. We got to a stage where players were on the ball, like not wanting to receive it, not wanting to be engaged, locked in. It was a big problem for me. I think that was probably my biggest problem with players don't want to be on the ball. That's my biggest problem.
Well, and that comes from a variety of things. Like from when I look with the eye test, it comes from saying, well, what's he doing? Why is he not in the right place? Or what's he doing? Why doesn't he want the ball? Or when we argued that time about, phase 1, trying to be in phase 1, we can't get out of phase 1. Yeah, why is that? Well, we've brought a keeper in for big money who is supposed to elevate us. Let's be honest, he's not going to, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to. I want it to work for Onana so much.
Yeah, I want it
but
to work.
But just like, let's just get real.
He just can't get down low.
He can't do it,
fast
bro.
enough. The reflexes are just not fast enough.
He just can't do it.
Unfortunately.
And he's not going to learn that, is he?
Nah.
He's not going to learn that.
Nah.
I'll take Aaron Ramsdale, bro.
I'll take something else. I don't know what else.
Bro, Ramsdale's better than him.
I wish you didn't get rid of that kid that we sent away. The one that
Henderson?
No, not him.
Oh, Kovar.
Yeah.
Well, again, we don't know how good he was, but we're now saying, obviously, we'll just take anything but that. But, like, I just see it like, it hasn't worked, bro. That's 50 million done. Look at that. Yeah? Casemiro's still got 3 years left on his deal.
He's got to go.
Look at that.
He has to go, though. Because Casemiro's had made big mistakes, bro. In this season, there's mistakes that we've made that, like, another game, it looks different. Like, how we've embarrassed ourselves, the way we fell out of the Champions League. And there's a key high-profile mistakes by good players. Casemiro makes a mistake. Onana makes a mistake. Like, there's been loads of these moments. I've seen this too much. I've seen this, like, Casemiro looking sad. Look at the penalty he took that in the against Coventry. Look how many games we say, he's doing all right there. My biggest issue now is you got a player in Casemiro that you're supposed to do better moving further back. But you're more exposed than ever before. At least say, literally, a body feint, bro. No step over, no nothing. Casemiro sliding down and he's on the ground. And then Flex, this is the thing, yes. You know we talk about players and stuff. Did Casemiro, 5-time Champions League winner, learn to stay on his feet?
Well, if you actually watch him at Real Madrid, yeah, I actually believe that he played in an amazing midfield, right, with Kroos and Modric.
Yeah,
right?
Let's not undersell what he's
done.
No,
I'm not. He's been a steady player in that system.
Done well.
Yeah,
really
you don't get to be at the top level if you're not. But again, let's not then misprofile him into something that he's not and has never been. Even at Real Madrid, he wasn't particularly good on the ball. He's
It
never
doesn't
been
matter.
that.
We're not talking about being on the ball.
Like,
We're
so
talking
he'll
about
give it
winning.
away.
I'm talking about winning his tackles,
Yeah,
bro.
well, because
I'm saying
he's so open
he's
now.
diving.
Yeah,
he's
he's
diving
so
in.
open.
What he's doing, Flex, is wrong. Even that last bit when they
Just fall into the ground.
clipped us.
But that's the bit where the powers have got. That's the bit you can't play at this level anymore.
But that's what I'm saying, Flex. But I'm like, he's in that same game. He made mistake after mistake. There was the second one where he said, Casemiro, see it out.
Yeah,
just see it out.
I said just kick it out. Didn't I say that? I said just kick it out with your left foot, just put it out. And
This is the same guy the other day that done in against was it Sheffield, that does the mad header for the mad header that who gets to Wan-Bissaka gets to it first, and then Onana cleans man out.
Yeah, and then he made
I'm
us.
saying, but there's key.
That was
There's
against Burnley.
big errors, and I'm telling you, Cass, do I need to talk to you, 5-time Champions League winner? Is it because of my coaching that you're making these mistakes?
No, and that's that. No, it's not, and that's one reason why where that's a tick in the players column. But unfortunately, in football, it's not easy to get rid of players that are got 3 years left, 350 grand a week because you fucked up giving them shit contract. But it is easy to start and get rid of the guy who, unfortunately, you have to.
No, but I'm saying we always start here without the others without the other things, because I get it's the quickest fix. The quickest fix is slash the manager, and I understand it, and I respect when people say it. But my thing is, well, when do we get past that phase? When do we get past?
You know, when we get past it,
sack
and you
the
find a manager good enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying when somebody deserves their buy-in, the same way these players don't deserve to be here, that needs to be undone. It takes time. But as a manager, your clock is different. It's just the game, bro.
But you're gonna lose.
The game is the game, bro.
You might lose another, and I hear what you're saying, but you might lose another manager because of this toxic environment.
Well, it depends. Well, that's where INEOS come in, and that's their job. That depends how quickly. It depends on the balance of how quickly you can strip the squad down and rebuild it versus the new manager. You can clearly see what they're trying to do. What we actually want to get to a stage is we want to get to a stage where we go, I tell you what, I can see exactly what this manager's trying to do.
Yeah.
I can see it. And we're doing it in patterns. When we are losing, we don't lose by many. We don't get absolutely united. We're not keeping company with the 3 worst teams to ever come up in championship history and go back down.
Yeah.
We're not keeping company with them in terms of shots faced. We're not getting run through. We're not getting scored on. We're not getting dunked on. We're in games, but actually we lose games because of a lack of quality. Not because of a lack of system or because people look clueless and the manager doesn't know what's going on. We're losing games because just him, that guy in that left back position is not good enough. Just him there in the 10, he's not good enough. Just him on the right wing, that's the reason why. So once we get to the summer, we'll be all right. Because what I'm seeing with the manager and how we want to play, that's fine. That's fine. We can get behind that. That's the reason why Liverpool fans got behind Klopp when he finished 6th or wherever it was. That's the reason why, even though we laugh at Arsenal because a lot of them said they want him out, you could still, Arteta, after 8th and that, I could still see with my eyes what he was trying to do. And then, when you lot were saying to me, it doesn't matter what he says in the presses because it's just lies and that he just has to say the thing. This is why I push back on that, because also what Arteta was saying was, guys, just stick with me. I need to rip this thing up. It's going to be.
He had the backing of them, man. Though.
You go.
Arteta
You're right.
Arteta was in another
right,
situation.
but backing also
guy.
comes with evidence, though. They were still seeing it.
Yeah, but
then they started to see Aubameyang not there. Then they started to see Ozil not there. So that's where INEOS. This is part of INEOS too. Yeah, no, it's not just all on a manager.
No, but it's a different situation. If I know I've got job security from you, I'm gonna talk I'm gonna talk.
Well, you have to do business as usual. You haven't.
I know it's business.
How are you gonna get job security with the people who just come here who don't know you?
Different, but I'm saying that they're not all hats. It's not one size fits all.
But people try to use the Arteta thing like it does, though. That's exactly my point.
I was saying, but it's not one size.
It's fine because they stuck with Arteta, so we should stick with Ten Hag. Completely different circumstances. Like you said, the backing's not even there. INEOS didn't even bring this guy in. He's got a year left.
Not their guy.
It's not their guy. So why, if we do get to the thing and there is a Thomas Tuchel there who a lot of people don't like, fine, that's your opinion. But why would INEOS say, let's just keep it?
I spoke to Owen Hargreaves today on the call-in show this morning, DR Sports. Check it out. And he said it's not going to take long to fix. He was really speaking up Barada and Dan Ashworth. He said a lot about Dan Ashworth. He said, these guys will fix this fast. He said they can fix this in terms of the players that they can bring in. I was like, wow, I've never seen that. He spoke with a level of confidence about the guys that we're bringing
And that's
in.
how I felt after I spoke to Lescott, Jolyon, on when he told me about what Omar Barada, because it's like, when you hear people co-sign these people of how good they are at their jobs, it's foreign to us.
Yeah.
Because we know John Murtough, bro. We know Richard Arnold. We know Ed Woodward. So being efficient in that area and hearing somebody from the game describe them in that way, this is what I'm saying it gets classed as blind faith in INEOS when you say it in our fan base, but in reality, we're not taking into account that things will change. The manager's not going to leave and everything stays the same. It's already different. These guys who have run the institution for 10, 11 plus years are gone.
Yeah.
It's already different.
You want to get rid of that medical team, man.
Do you see? And that too, Kate, it's all part of it.
But there's so much. My thing is, it's like, yes, he's the figurehead of this thing, but I never forget it, man. I remember under McKenna, Carrick, and all these men there, we just calling it freestyle football. These men don't know what they're doing. Now McKenna and these guys are like, these guys are sought after coaches. These are sought after talent. So there's a big issue that you can potentially have where you cuss everything without really analysing, oh, that's wrong. This is the first thing that everyone wants to go. But then our problems are more than Ten Hag.
Absolutely.
He's the person that's now
but it
wearing
doesn't
a
mean
jacket.
that you can't
He's
start
not
there to
absolved.
fix it.
He's not absolved, but I'm saying our problems are so like.
But you're so right when you say that.
Like, it's so bigger than Ten Hag.
And this is what I feel, again, from where I'm at and what I've learned, and just how I'm thinking in it.
Yeah.
Out of that, like, understanding that the problem's bigger than just one person, people think that, like, if you change the manager, everyone expects everything to just be okay. Like, it's going to take so much more than that. But you don't, at Man United Football Club, I'm telling you, you can't go Palace and get that. When the Watford thing happened, we got beat up 4-1, bro. Oli was gone, bro.
Oli was gone.
That was that moment.
Yeah, but Man United,
essentially.
But then I get it, but Man United, you know when we used to say that Man United side and this, that, and the other, old school Man United are not starting a game with those players in the back four.
No, of course not,
and
because it's broken.
Like,
but you still, unfortunately, like I said, in this thing called
best
football,
thing this season is
you have
kids.
to, bro, as a manager, I'm sorry, like, you just have to find a way with what you've got to do something.
Yeah, I'm with you, but
not as open as that.
I think there's been and the word is erosion, but there's been a level of
Burnley, bro.
I'm with you, but hear this, Flex. At this club, when you look at players, so we got players like Kobe Mainoo in this team.
Kobe's in big trouble.
In the greats, no, he's not in trouble.
He's getting hung out to dry.
Oh, he's getting hung out to dry. But I'm saying this is a player like Kobe will be getting 15, 20 minutes here and there.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
In terms of what this club is really
Absolutely.
about, what's happened now is we're fast tracking all these players and we're hanging out. I hate how we talk about Rasmus Højlund. I hate like Garnacho. These are kids that we should be getting excited about.
Look at him, dead on his feet.
No, but it's almost a shame that, because when we talk about this whole club on so many different levels, it's all like these are real issues to talk about. Kobe, these kids should not really be playing. They should be playing 15, 20 minutes here and there with the big guns around them. But there's no big guns left.
They are the big guns.
They're not. Yeah, there's no big guns left. So when I tell you that there's been a lack of, almost a neglect for this club for so long.
Almost, massive neglect.
But then guess what? It's like, we're like, hey, let's look at this thing here. And I understand the easiest thing to point at is him. But when I talk about the funds and investment that this club needs, and the only issue that's gone wrong is he's misspent 400 million. That's one of the biggest, and that's where the trust is low, because I can't trust you with money at the moment, Ten Hag. That's one of my biggest issues. Ten Hag, if I gave you another 400 million, what are you going to do with it?
There you go. What's he going to do with it? Can you trust him to do it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because then people are saying, oh, just take the transfers off him. Then that's fine. Just keep him, but just don't let him have it. That doesn't work. Like, you have to be involved.
Yeah.
What world? You can't just do that. So what, you think Ten Hag's just going to go, all right, we like you. That's what kind of half backing is that? We like you, but that thing about buying all the players, no. You just, whoever we put in Carrington, who walks, do you know what I mean, comes over to the street. You have to have some element of working in tandem.
He's going to have to say.
But that's what I'm saying. But what some people are saying is talent ID's poor, just let him coach. Ridiculous. What kind of working in tandem? What kind of unison is that?
Well, I can imagine that at Ajax he didn't have full say. He was working with
No, but
Edwin
working
and
with
Overmars.
you can't. But I don't think
But
they
he'll
just
be working
went.
with Wilcox and Thingy.
But that's what I'm saying. He needs to work with. You can't just say, just coach the players. Don't worry about who.
No, he's gonna have a say.
But will they trust him? I don't think they will.
No, well, this is the thing now, Flex. We got how many games to go? We got four games to go.
Well, including the cup finals, 4.
4 games, yeah.
3 in the league.
We got 4 games to go for him to build up trust and for him to build up Yesterday was a bad day.
KG.
Yesterday was a bad day. They've been watching the whole time, though. Don't get twisted.
That's what I was gonna say.
They've been watching the whole time, but I'm telling you right now that, like, I know it's very unlikely, so I'm going to speak from an unlikely space.
Yeah.
An FA Cup win will do wonders for him. With what, think about even, absolutely.
So if we finish 8th, if we do an Arsenal finish 8th and win the FA Cup, what does it mean?
I'm not saying that he's the same as Fergie.
Yeah.
Fergie needed the FA Cup win. Fergie's job was on the line. FA Cup saved him. It gave him more time. So my thing is saying that I'm not like, for everyone at home, so you're saying, I'm saying that an FA Cup win can stay the execution to give you some time next season. I believe that could happen, or even enough time for, as what Dylan was saying, Night District. He was saying, boom, while I fix things around this manager, I can focus on other things before I address the manager. So there's a big chance if you say, look, if you can, and this is the chance of winning FA Cup, yeah, is like the XG we had yesterday. And that's in percentage. Do you know what I'm saying? Low. Yeah, I don't give us a chance in hell, really, but I'm just believing. Do you know what I'm saying? If you are, right now, 5% that we're going to win the FA Cup. How I feel right now with watching what I saw yesterday.
Even that's probably a bit
5% chance.
Yeah, it's true.
But if he does win it, that's good for him. Is it been a good season? No. Have you won a cup? Yes. Have I won back-to-back cups in my short time at Man United? Yes. Can I learn from all the mistakes I made?
Yeah, and then do one last hurrah, and then you know what the microscope's like in that 3rd season.
Absolutely. But a FA Cup,
yeah.
Like,
the problem is
FA Cup will it can paper over cracks, but it will give him time. It has to.
Didn't give Van Gaal time, even they decided.
Van Gaal, they got rid of Van Gaal because Jose Mourinho's on the market. We have to remember that.
But so is Thomas Tuchel, that's my point.
But then again, they're saying their manager's going to go the other way. Van Gaal was retiring. There was issues of Van Gaal wanted to retire next season. Jose was available now. You could have Jose, who done well against Pep, and you have Jose for the next 10 years, is what the club was thinking. That didn't work. But then that was the reasoning as to why they made that decision. In this situation, it's totally different. Bayern Munich, Ajax want your manager. So for something is good about this man. His situation is shit. Is that what they're saying?
That's
they're saying that's what the other clubs are saying. No, but other clubs.
But the fact that Bayern Munich want him, I don't care. Because Bayern Munich also wanted Ralph. He was the 3rd choice.
I get it. But me as a thing.
Does that mean Ralph should come back and manage us?
No, but they didn't know this guy was going to be available.
They're saying, hard to work
they're
out.
saying no, but they're saying like the same way how Dortmund have realised in that team it's not going to work. Players leave Man United and become successful. So I'm saying that it's the team. Di Maria was here, nothing. Left the club, it's brilliant again. So you're now saying, well, is it environment or is it something else? So someone else can realise if you're making a big decision, you're not going to be as emotional, charged and led like we are. He's going to say to himself, well, what do I have here? He's just won the FA Cup. He brings, he's great, he's good with young players, this, that and the other. I like that.
I don't think the FA Cup will save him.
I think he'll give him that.
And the reason why I don't think it will is because I think there's just resounding evidence over 38 games of alarming stuff that if we did beat City, I think it will be viewed as such a, wow.
Yeah,
that's an out of the blue thing.
Do that again.
All of the stuff that happens during the season has not been out of the blue.
It's still Europe.
It's repetitive. It's been
but I still
happening.
get you Europe though, Flex. You're back in Europe, so why are you sacking me? You're back in Europe. There's a rebuild on. Let me do my job. FA Cup. His job now is really defining on the FA Cup. Let's be honest.
So you think INEOS are literally willing to leave this to the last day, like literally? You're saying that they're going to decide on. So if we take more licks in the league and finish the worst points total we've ever had, minus goal difference, 8th in the league,
Yeah.
right? You're saying to me that
I mean,
INEOS
scrape into the FA Cup.
and we win the FA Cup. You're saying to me that
INEOS will
INEOS
stay.
are basing Ten Hag's future off of one game.
No, because they're not.
But they are.
One
That's
game.
what you're saying.
No, because they're using.
Because if he wins it, you're
they'll
saying
use this
it'll.
whole thing that he's been here. They'll use the whole thing. Like uni, bro. They take all your years at the club and make a decision from there. How would they just
Well,
say?
they're not taking into account already. Is what
No,
he's
I'm
done.
saying they'll
It's
take
all about
in-
now.
No, I'm saying
The
they'll
next
take
4
in-
games, people are
when they
saying.
make the decision, can't just say, well, just this season, because you can't make a decision like that. If I've been working for the company for 2 years, how are you going to look at 1 year? You look at the whole thing and say, your time at this club or your time in this workplace, you've done this. Your first season, I'm really proud of you, what you did this first season. Second season, disgusting. Because of your second season, you're going to have to go because you didn't even win the FA Cup and you've just taken us too low. I think the FA Cup can protect him. That's why I say, when I started this show, I told you, bro, it's mixed emotions, innit?
Oh,
That's
it
what I
is.
said.
Oh,
I
it
told
is.
you that,
Yeah,
how I honestly feel. Because
Yeah.
I know everyone says, bro, you're 10 Hag out. This is the thing that I can't really, explain properly. But this is the reason why I'm like, well, this is why I'm here, really. I doubt so much about your stubbornness, your thingy, and the mitigating circumstances, but I do understand taking us to the FA Cup, and if we win it, I wouldn't sack him for winning the FA Cup. I wouldn't.
Okay. All right, guys, big show. Let us know how you're feeling about everything that's been involved in the show. Remember, straight after this, or around about 8 p.m., we'll be live on playback, okay? So go and get involved on playback. Download the app or just give yourself a login and a username. It's really easy. It's pinned in the chat right now, as you can see, and it's linked in the video description below, where me and KG are going to extend upon this. And we want to hear from you guys as well. We want you guys to call in, yeah? Get involved, call in as well. So, yeah, check it out. Big show.
Big show.
And more opinions to come over on playback.
Oh, man,
Join
it's
us
gonna
there,
be
man.
mad.
Join us
It's gonna
there.
be mad.
We'll see you there, guys. For everyone else not coming on to playback, take care. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for new.